happy because it's the first time, so we'll play a few games, see if it speeds up the process. Excited for the weekend. Another week done. Oh, what's happened there? So, are we in? So you don't know who you're playing against. I don't know if I've got bots. Weapon settings. You can't change your character or anything like that. So I'm waiting for players still. Oh. So I wonder if they're going to come in there. Not going to send me in on my own, surely. I just go warm up. I'm already warmed up. It's summer here in the UK. I don't need warming up, thank you. Might need it to stop raining. Come on, that's it.
Prepare to fight.
Right, here we go.
Round one.
I see somebody over there. Right. How are we going to get there?
Enemy killed.
Woo! Surely I must get a trophy for that, doing that one, right?
Round two.
So you are just jousting, really.
You died.
No, well done. I wish I could congratulate you, but it doesn't seem like you can do it. Right, I'm going to stick to the same guns. So there's no communication against your enemies at all, from what I can see. I thought it's going to be too...
Round three.
Too close. So I think there could be fun in this, but it's just, it wants bigger arenas, more people playing it. Now Space Junkies, you've got to give it a bit of time to just progress.
Victory.
So I think that was a bot. So there's nobody playing online. Let's keep going. Hopefully other people will see. I don't know how you can tell if people, you know, are playing. There's nothing in the menus. The menu's quite sparse. This looks like it could be an interesting arena. If it doesn't tell you which arena you're in, you just go by, you know, the view that you're getting. Graphically, the arenas are nice, I would say. The areas, they've obviously put a little bit of thought in for the teleportation, which is great. And you've got the power-ups and things like that, which is very much like Quake, where you go around. So people are going to learn where those power-ups are, and I suspect they're going to plan a route through the... So people used to do in Quake... Oh, there's somebody coming there, look. People used to do in Quake is used to have a route that used to go around the levels. And they used to cycle through and try and obviously find the
Prepare
best
to
power
fight.
ups. So he was round here somewhere.
Round 1. Killed.
The good. Oh no, he's not quit. Connection lost. I bet I win. I bet I went into his game. He didn't rage quit on me. Come on. Seriously. I ain't that good. I'm going to stay out of this state. So, yeah, it's very sparse. That's the negative side of things. Graphically, it's perfectly alright. There's little or no animation whatsoever on the characters that you're up against. I hope at some stage you are going to be able to customise your character. It does look like you can do something to the skins, but at the moment it doesn't seem to be switched on until you can't do anything to it. So that's a bit of a shame. Guns are just the norm, nothing exciting. This is going to come down to people having a laugh going online. It's a shame there can't be 3 or 4 versus 4 players on it, because I think then that would be quite a good laugh. Maybe the arenas aren't big enough for that, but if they made it, say, first to 50 kills or something, that would be, in my eyes, something better. It's just too sparse. It's just a little bit of a shame, because I think there's potential for a very good online game here. I like the teleportation thing. It's going to end up with like the old Benny Hill scene where you're just chasing somebody around the arenas once you get to know the arenas. I still think there's going to be people that are going to sit around, they're going to find a spot on a map where the only way you're going to be able to get to them is to teleport to them, and they're going to be waiting for you to come through the teleporter, so that would probably need to be patched out in the... Well, no, that's what they normally do in these games, so I know it's support, but you'd like to think that, you know... See, I don't know if that's... You don't know if you're fighting against a person or a bot, because nothing comes up on the screen at all, so you don't actually know.
Prepare to fight. Round 1.
I can hear you. Whoa.
Enemy killed.
Oh, really?
Round 2.
Go fight.
Telefrag. Round 3. You die.
Oh, whoop, straight into it.
Round 4. Round 5.
Sorry. Good thing is you can select which weapons you want, so you can do 2 of the same. Oh, where is it?
Defeat.
Oh, you son of a... So sometimes, you know, it's going to be about teleporting behind a person, because you know, with the PlayStation, you've got that advantage behind someone. So the games are very quick. I still think if they could increase the amount of players, increase the amount of kills needed, give that selection so you can choose how many kills you want instead of it being best of 5, and giving you the opportunity, you know, to play the game you want. That will really make a big difference, I think. The customizable loadouts, that's okay. You know, you can choose to have which guns you want in which hands. Oh no. So it does seem to be very sea morning for early Friday afternoon. Not a lot of people playing VR, whether at school or work. So yeah, it could be that, you know, it needs later on there'll be a few more people online. I think, you know, we'll give it an opportunity. I might well come back on a bit later and see. I think the problem is the price, isn't it? It's $19.99 for the game. I'd have to say at the moment, you know, there's not enough people on there playing against bots. There's not enough game content.
Prepare to fight.
There's no campaign.
Round. You died. You died.
Yeah, there's no.
Round 2.
There's no campaign at all. One player, single player campaign. So, you know, apart from the tutorial. coming for you this time. Straight away. I can hear him. Where is he? Not jumped out, surely. I can't hear him. Oh, there.
Defeat.
What? I think there was a bit of lag there. That's why he was moving. So you're... Hey! First person I've played online, I think. Well done. So it's noticeable the lag in the game there. So I don't know if that's him or me. But well done, Neo Genesis. So there's one other player playing online. So I'm not going to jump out just yet. Because he's probably been waiting all day for somebody to play with. Don't lose connection.
Warm up. Prepare to fight. Round 1.
Go.
Died. Round 2.
Can't. Oh, hello.
You died.
What? That's unfair. So that's what I was saying about
Round 3.
people knowing where you're going to come in from. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Defeat.
My word, he's good. So he knows where you're coming in already. So that isn't going to make it fun if people know straight, oh no, he's quit. So if people know straight away where you're coming in, then that is a big disadvantage. Well, I don't hate this. I just think it needs some updates, needs more people playing it. And I think it'll be a bit more of a laugh. I don't know if there's 2 versus 2. Is it always 1 person versus 1? I thought there was 2 versus 2 player when I was looking at the... Hey Deej. Yeah, I mean it's got some potential. I think that's the word to use. I like the graphic style of it. There's obviously no animation on your enemies. They just float around like they're not really there at all. The shooting is okay, the weapons and things like that. There's a bit of a mixture, which is okay, isn't it? Because that mixes it up so people can't keep to their favourite guns. If you look on each... So each time you go into your loadout, you'll see that there's 5 weapons, and you got 2 of each. So in the 5 matches, you can mix and match. And I suppose they're trying to balance it out so people can't keep using. There's the rifle, which you can do at long distance. Then you've got the obviously short range, which like the lightning gun. But then it's almost getting into a chess type game, because then you're selecting a setup. So I'm going to have in the left hand, I'm going to have the rifle, in the right hand I'm going to have rocket launchers, then I'm going to... So you're always going to want to sort of have a long distance and a short distance, depending on how you play the game, because otherwise it would end up either close quarters, so you're just constantly zooming in to get as close to the person as possible, or you're going to play at long distance and try and shoot them, and never really see them at all on the maps, and you're just going to try and stay as far away as possible. So it does make it a bit of a cat and mouse chess game, which is it. That's a nice mix up side of it. Oh really? I wonder if I can turn it down. Let me go to the settings. Doesn't let me go below 90. Oh, it's just slow. Let's go. Down a bit. 85. Yeah. There's not enough people playing it online. I thought it was 2-player versus 2-player. Yeah, indeed. I thought it was 2-player versus 2-player, which I thought would be quite good. The arenas are just about big enough to cope with 2 versus 2, I think. I think if they could make it 3 versus 3 or 4 versus 4 or 5 versus 5, increase the amount of kills, because you can. It's the first to 3. So as you can see there, when I was playing online, you are over very quickly. Excellent, cheers, Deke. So yeah, if you can, if you can customise your character, apart from going male or female, there's nothing you seem to be able to do. The base colours, there's obviously potential there. It's like it's been sent out too soon, So there's nothing there really for you to... One of the things is you like to feel involved with your character, don't you? You like to have reflect your own personality in some ways, and that helps you connect with the game. And straight away you're not able to do that, so you're not going to have any connection to the game. When you go into... I'm going to go into play with bot again. I've not looked at the armory. Let's see what the armory is. So yeah, the gameplay is... It's very simplistic, I would say. If this had come out 2 years ago, everybody would be all over it. When you had Starblood Arena, though, and you have to think that was basically the same type of game, Starblood Arena, then so select weapon. So basically, I can't see the point of this really. It just... It's got some nice features, like the teleport. I think is a nice touch. Allow you to jump between screens. Shooting's okay, but here you go. I've got 2 lightning guns, so straight away you'd be at a disadvantage there. If you're left in the last battle and you're up against somebody with a rifle, they're just going to stay away from you, and you're going to have to try and teleport to get quite close to them. So maybe that's the sort of idea that they were going to. It's a bit jerky as well. I've obviously hit lag as well, which is a shame. These shooting ranges now. When we get back to the main menu, pickups. That just tells you about health and that. Yes, indeed. I think if Space Junkies wasn't about, you'd recommend this game, but at a discounted price. It's $19.99, which for me is very expensive. But look, that's what I mean. You see what I mean? You've got totally wrong. So if you have the wrong, you can't do anything. I can't hit them. Nothing. So that's a bit of a pity. Oop. I don't want to go on a shooting range. I want to get out of here. Let me out of here. How do I get up there? Pickups, we've done that. Shooting range, don't want to do that. I want to go up there. How do I get to the main menu? Into the arena. Yeah, so at the moment there's not a lot of content there to really draw me in. I'm terrible at online games anyway, but I like the social side of it, and the social side is talking to people, having a laugh and a joke, you know, going into this part of the game waiting for waiting for people to come in. You've got no communication with them whatsoever, apart from them shooting at you.
Prepare to fight.
Right, where is he?
Round 1.
The combat's okay. Where is he shooting from?
Enemy killed.
This is playing against bots. Don't think I'm that good.
Round 2.
Whoa.
Enemy killed.
So that's what I think people will do, is they will try, hopefully they've looked at the maps and they've worked out, you know, where camping would be possible, and they've done things to stop that happening. The animation is just simple walking, or it looks like he's floating some of the time. And I don't know why I got the kill there. What I don't know how I got that kill. So that's a nice touch, that you're not going to be stuck with the same weapon, so you can't just keep using the same thing over and over again. So maybe that's the way for them to try and balance out, you know, people that are going to be really good at the game know the maps and things like that, because everybody's an individual, they will play the game differently. Yeah, and we got to say that maybe, you know, they will patch it and it will become better. But if there's nobody playing it online, I can't see that, you know, why anybody would do anything to it. Because it's like a lot of games I play, and not the greatest games in the world, some of them, but they all bring different ideas and things that should really work. Like these teleportation portals is a nice touch, isn't it? It gets you away from I think what they probably thought is, a lot of people with Space Junkies, when it originally came out, there was a lot of issues with the movement and the moves controllers. How could you get the move controllers to work, the buttons set up to work? And when you're, you know, if you
warm up,
for some people like myself, the combination of the buttons and things like that, it does make it a little bit difficult, and I'm not competitive at all online then. But if you've made this,
to fight.
Oh, what? So if you've
one.
Made this a bit more even, oh,
enemy killed.
If you've made this more even for people like myself to be able to enjoy it, then you know, it could be a shooter. Have I got him? I bet he's teleported, isn't he? Yeah. Where is he? But it's something that would probably work better. I keep saying on the quest, because you can do the turnaround.
3. Victory.
And you can turn around quicker on the. I've got this. All the settings are up to the maximum on this. You switched off the old sort of blinkers and things like that. I'm not getting any motion sickness whatsoever. Probably because the turning's as high up as I can get it. So you're not getting that motion sickness at all. So they've done well to do that. I don't know what it is. It's just not a lot of content there. Yeah, I think so. I think if they could get it on the quest, get more players versus players, get a campaign mode even. Why couldn't we have a story mode in it? Single player. So not just doing the tutorial to get used to the controls, but have some sort of, arena-based campaign or something like that, where you have to defeat a certain amount of people to progress through the game.
Warm up.
Where's he gone?
Prepare to fight. Round 1.
So it doesn't always let you teleport either. I'm finding. So that's a bit weird, isn't it? It's probably me not really understanding the concept.
Enemy killed.
But you'll be chasing after them like that.
Round 2.
But yeah, it doesn't. There you go. Now it's. I do. That is a nice touch to, you can move around the maps quite quickly. There is like the recharge on that. It's got. You can't just keep doing that and bouncing around the screen. It's got a slight delay on the recharge. Yeah, no problem, Deej. Yeah, for $19.99, I have to say, I would personally wait for a sale, by which time there's not going to be anybody playing this, and even then, if it was half price, I would say there's not going to be enough of a game here to play. This really does need the community behind it to keep this growing. And I do want it to be good. I suspect most people in the VR community would love this to be an alternative to Space Junkies, where you can go in, have a quick bit of fun. Take on your friends, have a little bit of bragging.
Enemy killed.
Enemy killed. Fight.
Round 3.
Oh, where are you going?
Victory.
Victory is mine. So there's not a lot of people playing online, which is a shame. Found one person online so far. I'm gonna say that's it for now, guys. I might well be back on a bit later, see if there's more people playing it. Overall view, it's a nice idea. There's potential here, and that's the big word. There's a lot of potential here. More more players please versus players online. There's enough arenas to start with on there. The arenas seem okay once you start getting used to them. The bouncing about the portals is a fantastic idea. Weapons are okay, nothing special about them, but they're basically versions of guns that we've played before. If you played something like a Halo or something like that, they're similar ideas as to some of those guns. You've got your long range, you've got your short range, so it's probably best to have one of each in one hand. It's nice that they're mixing it up so you can't have the same loadout for the 5 games you're playing in the best of 5. So every game should be different style of combat, although if you mix it up you're probably going to have still the same thing. It's a bit of cat and mouse where you're running around some of the arenas following people, so there's nice touches there. There is nice touches graphically. It looks like I can't read that text there. I know my eyesight isn't brilliant, but there, perfectly all right. Long distance, a bit blurry. Some of the things look blurry, like the weapons and things like that. But when you get close up, it all looks good. The animation is it's very stark, I would say. There's no animation on the arenas except for a bit of mist and some water falling that I've seen so far. The arenas look great. Graphically they're fine. I like the idea that you basically got pads all over the place that you can teleport to. That's a nice idea. So that you're not just working. It does give you that you are. I would like to see more above you. Perhaps I do feel that sometimes you are just staying on one. So if you're in this area, the battle will end up being in this area. You might teleport off to go and get some energy or something like that, and then you'll come back here and fight. So I'll be interested to see if people play it enough that they learn the maps and they learn a route through the maps that that you will have to chase them. But I wish there was a bit more content to it and there was more people playing it and you had more player versus player. So at the moment, for me, nice game, brilliant ideas, a lot of potential, but for $19.99 I couldn't recommend it at the moment because, as you can see there, I've played it quite a bit already today, and playing against the bots is okay. When you put it up on the extreme levels, they're very quick, and you will at times lose, but it's a bit lucky where you end up as well, because if you end up with them facing the wrong way, you can kill them before they see you. Online I've only found one player, as I said, and he seems to be quite good, so he's obviously been playing it for quite a while. But at the moment, yeah, I can't say that for $19.99 I would pay that for it at the moment, which is a shame, because there is room in the PSVR catalogue for other player versus player online games. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I shall catch up with you all again very soon, and I'll be doing another live broadcast on my YouTube channel. You can find me on YouTube and on Facebook's Midlife Game-ist. If you could kindly hit the like button, it does help, and also the subscribe button as well, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And if you hit the little notification bell, it will let you know when I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. And on Facebook as well, I often do live streams of Oculus Quest games. I haven't done any for a while. I've got Shadow Point actually, which I will show off at some point over the weekend. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, and I will catch up with you all again very soon. Have a good Friday. Bye bye.